Friends, this is Brent Justice at Just Gaming for Us, also known as the Doctor in Star Trek Online, and boy do I have an announcement to show to you today about Star Trek Online. So, for the last while, I'd say the last month, it has been revealed in a countdown timer on the actual interface to log in to Star Trek Online that something was coming. It was a countdown, but a countdown to what? That was the question at hand. There were lots of rumors. Was it a Romulan faction? Was it the next featured episode series? Was it just a lockbox? All of these things were questioned and debated for quite a while, and then Cryptic started releasing a couple of screenshots that hinted at something Romulan coming. Okay, well, we knew that at least, but what was it? Well, I am so happy that I was completely wrong about what it was. My theory is that it was just a featured episode series. However, they've never done such a countdown for a featured episode series, so I thought, well, maybe it's just a really big one, a really awesome one. Maybe it's the big Iconian thing, you know, that all the storyline in Star Trek Online is building to is the Iconians. I thought, well, what if it's that? Well, it is not. It was revealed this morning that it is indeed the Romulan Faction. Yes, Star Trek Online is getting a Romulan faction, in addition to the KDF faction that's there and the Federation faction. What's more, the faction is going to consist of starting at level 1 to level 50. A complete faction, not a half faction, not a quarter faction, a complete level 1 to level 50 faction, just like the Federation side. This is incredible. Here we are now, a little past 3 years of Star Trek Online. I did not think they would ever give us a brand new faction of the game this soon. This is technically Star Trek Online's first expansion. I thought it might be a little while before we get. Now, there has been talks about a Romulan faction ever since the first year of the game, literally. They have always wanted to implement it. It has been a thing that they have been wanting to do, right? But up until now, it was a question of when that was going to be, because they've had a lot of troubles in the past. I don't know if a lot of you know this, well, you probably do. The game started under Atari. Atari sold Cryptic, literally the studio, Cryptic Studios, and it was up for bids. Who would buy it? Who was it? Who was it going to be? And it ended up being Perfect World, as we all know. That caused a lot of turmoil during like the second year of Star Trek Online. There was like a whole bunch of what's going to happen with the game, and not a whole lot got done during that time. Let me just put it that way. They didn't have a large staff, and not a lot got done. So the fact that this, I would say, from the second to the third year has really picked up pace. We have seen seasons come out. Seasons 5, 6, 7 have come out really fast, and they've introduced some good things like star bases, the reputation system, totally changed the way STFs work twice, in fact. Actually 3 times. STFs have been through like 3 revisions. It started one way, it turned into another way with EDCs and all that, and now it's turned a whole completely way with the reputation system. So that's gone through major changes. PvP is something that still has not changed at all, and is one of the things they keep claiming they're working on. Oh, and the infamous KDF side, which, as you know, is nowhere near on the level of the Federation side. I have played now, for you guys, a complete run-through of Federation and Klingon side. On the Federation side, you saw 70-something missions for the Federation side. On the KDF, it was what, like 30 or something, or even less. if you don't include the featured episode series, it's only like 10 unique KDF missions. It's terrible. They've never completed it. So what they did instead is they retconned the KDF faction to start you off at level 30, a commander, so that you basically start at commander and then work your way up to the highest, so it doesn't take so long. It used to start at level 1 when the game came out, but that took so long for people to level, they actually had to up the minimum level on it, which was terrible. So that's unfinished. So the fact that they are announcing a full level 1 to 50 Romulan Faction is incredible. That means hopefully there will be enough missions to fulfill that, because like again on the Federation side there's 70 something missions. If you don't count the featured episode series, there's still like it would be like 5, 10, 15, about minus 15 maybe 15 or 20 episodes or missions of that. So we're still talking about 50 missions on the Federation side. So that's a ton. And if they could do that on the Romulan side and give us like 50 missions, I would just be stunned. I would be like, whoa. And I hope they do. I hope that's what they're planning, because it sounds like it, and I hope that they can fulfill that. Now we come to the KDF side again. I want them to finish that. And it sounds like, from reading everything I've read on this webpage, which you can see here, it sounds like everything on this webpage that I'm reading is that KDF side will also have a playable level 1 to level 50, which means more KDF missions, hopefully, more stories for the KDF side. So when it all comes down to it, I think that's what they plan to have, is the Federation playable 1 to 50, Romulan 1 to 50, KDF 1 to 50, and a ton of missions to go with each. If that's what they plan, if they can pull that off, holy crap, Cryptic will have the best Star Trek game out there, bar none, hands down, period. Especially MMO-wise. And it's free. Completely free to play. You do not have to spend a dime unless you choose to. That just makes it even more awesome. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go over everything on this page first. Where I'm at is basically, if you just go to the home page of Star Trek Online, the first thing is Legacy of Romulus revealed, or up here at the top as well. You can click these buttons here and see the different, scrolling news that it has. If you want to go straight to a URL, go to legacyofromulus.com, as you can see right here, and this will take you straight to that page. It has a little video, so let's watch this video, shall we? Check that out. Awesome! Holy crap. Boy, does that look good. And here's a little teaser that they had up. March Beneath the Raptors Wings. And this will be in May. In fact, I believe it's May 21st. Okay, yes, it is. Coming May 21st. So there's your date right there. Save that date. Okay, so Star Trek Online Legacy of Romulus. Let's read about this story. Romulus and Remus are gone. You are one of the survivors, struggling to survive in the aftermath of unspeakable destruction. Remember, everything that happened in JJ Trek still happened in the Prime universe of Star Trek, meaning and we see this in the game. Obviously, you guys have played that storyline where Hobus blew up and traveled through subspace and destroyed Romulus and Remus. And we found out that was a plot. Really, the Iconians pulling strings there. Plot. These are dark and dangerous times for your people, as the Tal Shiar crack down on any decent and mysterious beings, unleash terror throughout the far-flung colony worlds. Descent and mysterious beings. You will be the one to reshape an empire. Gather allies, go undercover, and find the proof that will rally your people to revolt. Together, you will rise up against an oppressive regime and demand freedom. You will fight for your people. Sounds like Obisek. You are the Legacy of Romulus. Play as a Romulan. Right there, it says it. Play as a Romulan or Reman, so you get to play as a Reman also, if you would like. That's awesome. I'm going to play both. Heck yeah! Play as a Romulan or Reman and immerse yourself in a new story-driven missions written exclusively from the Romulan Republic's point of view. Tells you right there, new story-driven missions written exclusively for this faction. I hope there's enough of them. That's all I can say. Come on, Cryptic. You got to do it. You got to pull through. All right, War Birds. Romulan captains take command of mighty Warbird-class starships, push the engines to the limit, and unleash the new and devastating powers of the Singularity Core. Remember, Romulans use Singularity Cores for their warp drive, not antimatter reactors, like the Federation. So that's interesting. Devastating powers of new and devastating powers of the Singularity Core. That sounds unique. I cannot wait for that. Start as any faction. Oh, these are also screenshots. I'll come to those in a minute. Create your first character as a member of the Federation, Klingon Empire, or Romulan Republic, and level your captain from 1 to 50. Oh, yeah. All right. Number 2. Return of Empress Sela. Denise Crosby returns to reprise her role as Empress Sela. Play a game of political cat and mouse as you delve deeper into the intrigue surrounding the destruction of Romulus. The Silent Enemy. There's a brand new enemy coming to the game. Never heard of them, and they're for the Romulans. Uncover the horrifying truth behind a mysterious new enemy that seeks to terrorize the Beta Quadrant and exterminate your people. Exterminate! Wouldn't that be awesome if it were the Daleks? Alright. Tholian reputation. Now remember, on the Federation side, we have the Omega and the Romulan. Also on the KDF side, we have Omega and Romulan. Well, on the Romulan side, you're going to have a Tholian reputation. And maybe this will come to the Federation side as well. I don't know. Join the fight against the Tholians in this new reputation and unlock exclusive rewards and benefits for maximum level captains. Tholian reputation. Awesome! Oh, back to these ships. I cannot wait to fly a Diderix. Oh yeah, you know you want to. New and improved traits. Customize and rearrange your existing traits. Love that. Unlock new advanced traits and abilities, further specializing your captain and crew. Love that they're expanding traits, and love that we get to finally change them. Everyone in the game has been asking, you know, those traits that you pick for your characters at the beginning of the game, now we're going to be able to arrange them or change them. Oh my gosh, yes! Improved UI. And this I really love. I'll show you a screenshot of this. Choose the HUD color palette that works for you. Experience new and improved UI screens with easier to read options and enhanced interactions. And in fact, it looks a little LCARS-y. I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, that's all that's there right now about that. Prepare yourself. Let's see, where does that go? It takes me to an ad. That just takes me to the register, so you can, of course, register for the game and get in the game and all that. Cool. So, all right, let's look at some screenshots, because these are cool. Some kind of Romulan bug. That looks like a concept drawing for that. This is cool. This shows you what the new UI looks like. So, basically, you'll log in, and this is under the Romulan faction. You can choose, as you can see, Starfleet right here, Romulan right here, Klingon right here, and then your typical engineering, science, or tactical careers. and you go between your race and class, appearance, and background. Back and next, that's the new UI, and this is what it'll look like, I guess, logging into Romulan, creating a Romulan character, and I guess that's your character, and that's the ship that you probably start out with, which looks like a ship from the original series Star Trek. Very awesome. Remember, though, the Romulan War, way before TOS, I guess back in Enterprise's time, they used nuclear weapons or something. That'd be cool if, like, you could get a really retro Romulan ship with nuclear weapons. That would be kind of cool. Empress Sela by Denise Crosby. It looks kind of like her, too. It's okay. It's not a bad rendition. And it looks like they got some new art assets because I'm seeing some higher resolution textures. Look at the paneling here. Looks like they've got some really nice textures going on there on the display. Oh, this is... I don't know what ship this is. I'm sure some of you will point this out for me, but look how thin this is. This is freaking awesome. I don't know what ship it is, but I want it and I want to fly it. So this must be your starter ship, this little rinky-dink thing here, and then maybe you move up to this ship, you know, and it looks a lot better. Look how slick that looks. And then maybe you move to this ship, and then there's the Dederdex back there, which is like your, I don't know if that would be like a cruiser or a carrier. I don't know what that would be, but anyway, it's going to be awesome. And this ship, I want this ship right now. I don't know what it is, but I want it. I'm going to fly it. Period. That just looks so futuristic to me. I love that design. The Romulans just totally outclass the Federation on design. Look at the concept drawing of this. I don't know what this is. I want this too. It even looks like a raptor kind of thing, or a transformer head, or I don't know what that is, but I want this ship. This ship, yes, I want. Oh my gosh. This is that enemy that they were talking about. It looks a little Breenish, but I don't know, probably not the Breen. Some new enemy, and that's their ship. So that looks like a little crab flying through space. I don't know. I like it. Can't wait to see what it's all about. Oh, and this is some concept art for the drones. You know how on the engineering side on the Fed you have support drones and all that stuff. Look at the drones for the Romulan side. Their support drone like has tentacles. The attack drone. Maybe the tentacles are like related to the Iconians in a way or something. Maybe it's like Iconian technology they're using here. Very possible. Sela's working for the Iconians or something. I don't know. Could be Iconian technology. That would be awesome. What else we got here? Tholians, so Tholian ships, because you can have Tholian reputation now. And here is the new UI I was talking about. This is that character interface. You know, as you hit U on your keyboard and bring up your character, this is what it's going to look like now. On the Fed side, blue, KDF red, and Romulan green. And look at all the rounded buttons and the colorization and just the sleekness of it. So much better than what is out there right now. Kit, body, shields, weapons, and devices. So much easier, this layout. And it looks LCARS. If you know what LCARS is, if you watch Star Trek The Next Generation or Voyager and look at their displays, they have a format for their interface on their displays. Just like we have a format for computers on Windows with our the way that everything functions, basically the whole user interface. We have a format for that. Well, they have a format too, and it's called LCARS in Star Trek. And you never saw it in the original Star Trek because it wasn't created then, but for The Next Generation it was created. And in Deep Space Nine you didn't really see it because you were on a Cardassian space station. But in TNG and Voyager you'll see it. And this looks very LCARS to me, like a halfway LCARS because of the rounded buttons and the rounded stuff and everything. Very LCARSy, I'll just say. And that is very Star Trek. It makes it feel more like you're in Star Trek. And back to the bug. So that's a little introduction about what's coming for Star Trek Online. I am extremely excited, as you can tell, and I will announce right now, right here, you've heard it, listen up everybody. I will be doing a complete blind run-through, playthrough of the Romulan Faction as soon as it's released. On May 21st, you will find my butt in this chair. You will find my microphone turned on. You will find Fraps turned on. You will find my finger hitting the button to start Fraps recording as soon as the Romulan Faction is released. And I will be playing it for the first time, and I will be recording all of my experiences for the first time. Unlike on the Fed and KDF side, I had already been playing the game for a year, so I was very familiar with that. But on the Romulan Faction, I have, of course, never played it. So you guys are going to see a raw run-through from me, a very blind run-through from me of the Romulan Faction. I will play it as a Romulan first, and I also want to play it as a Reman. You have to. You just have to. I'm going to have a Romulan, I'm going to have a Reman. In fact, I'll probably even have a third character because I want to do all classes. I want to do engineering, science, and tactical. So I'll probably do 3 characters. Heck, I might record all of it. But at least I will record one of the playthroughs, the very first playthrough, I should say, the Romulan. And what character am I going to choose? I have to choose a science character simply because when I started Star Trek Online, the very first character that I created was a science officer. And so I just feel that it's appropriate that I start the brand new faction just like I'm starting this game all over again and go ahead and do a science character. I have showed a lot of engineering and tactical in my videos. It's time we do a science character, right? Because on the KDF I did engineering. No, I did tactical. On the KDF I did tactical, and on the Federation I did an engineering character. Ensign Ricky is engineering and the Master is tactical. So again, it's only fitting and makes sense on the Romulan side I do science, so I can show you science stuff and be awesome. So prepare for that. Mark your calendars, May 21st. Subscribe to my channel. Watch it. I don't care. Just do whatever you have to do. Get your butt in the seat. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to play all night long and record it all night long and then make a video and quickly upload it as quickly as I can. So, gosh, you will want to watch that, and I am extremely excited. I just cannot get over the fact they're doing this now. I love it. I thought it was going to come like next year. I thought it'd be season 15 before we saw a Romulan Faction. I honestly did, and so did most people. Here it is, and I hope they do it right. Cryptic, if you can do this, you are awesome, and you can have all my money. So, stay tuned, everybody. If you haven't got into this game yet, now is the time to do it. I think you will enjoy it. If you want to level up a character now before you start the Romulan side, probably a good idea if you've never played before, and that'll help you kind of learn and understand the game. So, everybody, you will find me on the Romulan side, so stay tuned, and this is going to be fun.